Welcome to the party, pal. Your Flint Neighborhood Master Chaos here. I hope you're well. Today, we're talking Severin films. As a matter of fact, we're talking Black Friday 2022 Severin. They've just announced their last two titles for their big sale. The big Super Bowl of physical media, the boutique Blu-ray showdown of the year. And we're going to be talking about those two titles that they just announced. Plus, I was at their Pop Shock event. I forget the full name of it. But I was at that event live, so I'm going to show you some footage from that event. And I'm going to give you my reviews of those two titles. I got to see them on the big screen, the new presentations and all that stuff. So I'm going to give you my full, honest, as always, feelings on both of these new titles, as well as a peek at... I didn't film it. I promised David Gregory I would not film the screen this time, so I didn't film the 2023 hint video where you get a tease of what's coming, but I'm going to give you a taste of what I saw in that trailer and what I think we can look forward to in the coming year from Severin. But for now, let's dive into some Black Friday goodness.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hello, motherfucker.
The Black Friday reveals happened as of a few hours ago at Brain Dead Studios on Fairfax in Los Angeles, and I was lucky enough to be in the audience. We're going to go now to the introduction that David Gregory gave before the introduction of the first film.
Good evening. How's everyone doing tonight? No. You're about to watch two insane fucking movies that you have no idea what you're about to see. How the fuck are you doing tonight? That's much better. My name is Jim Branscombe from Cinematic Void, and here is my esteemed colleague, David Gregory for Severin Films, and this is Volume 3 of the Severin Films Super Shock Pop-Up Film Festival. So... we got some movies. I'm going to let David talk about them.
Okay, first of all, it's very nice to be back here in this cinema. We spent quite a lot of time here with Birdemic. That is not a clue to what one of the films is tonight, by the way.
It's Birdemic 4. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but a bunch of the Severin people are here at the back, so I want to thank all of them for being so dedicated to what we do. And we have two absolute scorchers for you tonight. So I think it's going to start with a trailer for the other Black Friday films, which has cleverly omitted the two that we're showing tonight. And then in between the films, we'll be hanging out back for 15 or 20 minutes, having a drink and with our merch and all that business. Thank you very much all for coming on, not actually knowing what you're going to see. You never know if anyone's going to really kind of trust you on something like that. Well, trust us. These are two good, awesome Severin-style films. So, enjoy.
You already know what this movie is, most likely, but for those of you who don't know, the first reveal of the two that were remaining for Black Friday for 2022 was the film Acción Mutante, also known as Mutant Action, directed by Alex de la Iglesias, of course, the director behind Day of the Beast, and Perdita Durango, which were Severin's first 4Ks. Here, they're bringing us yet another Alex de la Iglesias 4K, and this movie is bonkers. I had never seen this one. I'm a big De La Iglesias fan, but I've always heard of it. I just never seen it. I think it's closer to The Last Circus, if you know that movie of his, than it is to, say, Day of the Beast. But let me give you a more in-depth review. Mutant Action from 1993 runs 1 hour and 30 minutes. This insane, unhinged, and unbridled science fiction extravaganza is unlike anything you've seen before, but at the same time is a thriving pastiche of almost every science fiction movie to come before it. I'm going to cut through the overcomplicated plot and just tell you that the movie is about a freaky group of terrorists who kidnap the daughter of a rich man in the hopes of ransoming the girl and using the money to fund the revolution against the beautiful people of their dystopian world. The film is bursting with unique, creative decisions and provides a fully realized, greasy, grimy world that feels heightened, but at the same time, lived in and authentic. The movie is equal parts Road Warrior, Alien from LA, Nothing But Trouble, Six String Samurai, Brazil, City of Lost Children, Total Recall, John Waters, and David Lynch. Despite all that, it still manages to feel wholly original, hilarious, and incredibly entertaining. Simply put, Acción Mutante is a riot. The entire theater was cracking up nonstop, full of clever dialogue, clever bits, ingeniously choreographed moments, really well-directed stuff, and a script that constantly surprises. This is probably, yeah, I'm going to say it, this is my favorite Alex de la Iglesias movie that Severin has put out. 4 stars. 4 stars for Mutant Action. It's coming out with a 4K and a Blu-ray. I recommend getting it. You know, if you want to get it during the Black Friday, so go ahead. I'm not sure the price right now, but I do believe it's going to be pricey. I would wait. You know me, I would always wait for it to go a little cheaper. I'm going to wait. I mean, I feel like I just seen it. I don't need to own it right now, but I do feel eventually I will get this movie because it is a lot. This movie is a lot. I mean, it's a good a lot, but you're like, wow. There's just so much energy and enthusiasm and stuff happening in the movie. Such a tactile experience. And like I said, there's so many references to other movies, and it feels like other movies, like I said in the my preamble there, but it also feels like its own special thing. Phenomenal work, and I think it absolutely deserves to be on 4K, and I think you will enjoy it. Now, let's go to the last portion from the event where David Gregory sort of introduces the second picture. There wasn't as much of as a conversation as we had last year. I feel it was a bigger event. There was like a DJ. They showed 3 movies. There was a little more back and forth. You know, David Gregory's introductions were a little longer and things like that. We had guests from the film, things, you know, at least from Night of the Demon anyway. So this one felt a little muted, a little smaller, more like just a standard double feature. But it was nice to see them and be, among the few, first people to hear about them. And not only that, there was a merch table. I didn't mention the merch table until now.
Oh my.
Baby, I got my hands on 2 of the Black Friday titles already. And I'm going to show you what those are in a moment. But let's go to David's video real quick.
Once again, thank you guys for coming. We've got something very special coming up. It's a very obscure movie you won't have heard of. I guess that's all I'll say about. It's in English, but there's a part of it that goes into another language because it's the director's cut we're showing. Both cuts will be on the UHD and the Blu-ray, but this one actually will slip into another language, and the subtitles will come up for that because we're showing the director's cut. Okay, thanks again, everybody. Enjoy.
You probably know by now, but the final film in the 8-movie slate is finally 4 Flies on Grey Velvet. That's right, Dario Argento's Giallo. 4 Flies on Grey Velvet, his 3rd film. One that I think a lot of people have been predicting as coming from some boutique label this year. And guess what? Severin got it. It is certainly probably their biggest title. It's certainly their biggest title this Black Friday. Absolutely, hands down, that's their biggest title this year, and right up there with Blood for Dracula as probably their most well-known title. But is the movie any good? Now, this is a movie that I'm familiar with. I own the DVD. I want to say Maya put it out. I forget who put it out. Blue Underground. I'm not sure who, but I know I have this film on DVD. But it's one of those that just never left an impression on me. Whereas people were talking about Four Flies. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've seen that. I had to go to my DVD vault and I was like, oh yeah, I guess I've seen it, but I had no clue what it was about. So when we got to see the 4K presentation of the movie, the director's cut, mind you, which was very cool, it was almost like seeing the movie anew. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about it. Four Flies on Grey Velvet from 1971 runs 1 hour and 44 minutes. Look, we all like Argento in theory, but I'm sad to say I found Argento's third film to be a completely nonsensical snooze fest. A musician accidentally kills someone and discovers that a creepy person in a doll mask was watching the whole time and photographing the accident. What follows is our hero being blackmailed and terrorized by the witness in the doll mask. I won't spoil any big plot details here, but suffice it to say, in the final moments when the why and what for are revealed, it makes the movie completely fall apart, and makes the setup completely stupid. There's not a lot to like, but there is a lot to dislike. The film is incredibly well directed, and that's it for the positives for me. The script is terrible, plotting, and lazy. This entire movie feels like a bunch of characters waiting around for a plot to happen to them. There's no tension or suspense, and a lot of that's due to the fact that the actors act like they're all on Xanax because everyone's performances are so sleepy and lacking in energy. It's hard to get scared and worried for the characters when they don't seem that perturbed by the events. I killed someone. What? No. Yes. I killed someone. What do we do? And scene. That is the kind of energy and excitement we get from the performances in this movie. So that's what I mean when I say that they are sleepy or on Xanax. Like, come on, guys. What's happening? Why is everybody so fucking sleepy and boring? Everyone talks at this slow, monotone pace. What? This isn't a fucking, Tibetan Buddhist monk Zen movie. Where's the energy? Where's the tension? Zero tension. There's also a gay character in here that is played to the hilt of stereotype and brings some unwanted laughs, but at the expense of aging the movie poorly. Now, this being a giallo, let's talk about those kills. There are 4 kills in the movie, and they're incredibly disappointing. One of them is even off camera, but that doesn't matter because the kills we do see are pretty weak as they are. One of the things I disliked the most about this movie is that it spends so much screen time setting up the kill only to deliver an absolute lackluster reward. In one scene, we see a potential victim walking around her house for at least 10 minutes before anything happens. And when shit goes down, it's over in 5 damn seconds. Needless to say, it wasn't worth it. I'm not sure what Argento's goal here was. It's not a bloody movie, it's not a scary movie, and it's not even a good mystery because there really is no mystery. This is Argento's least discussed giallo, and it's for a number of reasons. The motive is stupid. The lead guy is a personality-free zombie, and the kills are Lifetime Channel level, in my opinion. Needless to say, the movie kind of suffered a little bit in the evening because we had just come off of the energetic high of mutant action, and then we're given a very wet blanket type of film. I really wanted to love it. I appreciate Argento's filmmaking. It's a very well-directed movie. It looks fantastic. The camera moves are great. There's some really great artsy stuff happening here. But the meat of the movie is so boring. It needed an injection of life. It needed an actual narrative that drives the plot. There's almost no point to most of the movie. It feels like the characters don't even know what to do. What do we do? Do we wait for the killer? Is there a killer? Is there a blackmailer? Where did he go? What does he want? And then you get to the end and you're like, well, if that was the way they were going, why the... I'm not even going to go down that route. Needless to say, I didn't love it. 2 stars, 4 flies on Grey Velvet. By the way, the title kind of makes sense, but there's no Grey Velvet in the entire fucking movie. That's all I'm going to say. Pet peeve of mine. Title your movie accurately. I don't know why that pisses me off, but it does. Oh, the 4 flies part is pretty fucking brilliant. I will give the movie that. 2 stars though. It's it's not as bad as Trauma or Giallo or Dracula 3D. It's definitely a higher quality Argento movie. The script is so dull. The movie could have been 20 minutes shorter, tighter, and it probably could have been a little more exciting. And cast a different guy. Get rid of that fucking guy. That guy sucks. Yes. Now, before I talk about the sneak peek 2023 video and what I'm pretty sure I saw in there, let's talk merch. They had a merch table. They had some of their movies for sale. I got, first of all, this lovely tote bag. It is like a plastic vinyl feel. It's not like the regular cloth one. So it's nice. Waterproof, maybe? I don't know. I'm not going to test it. But nice little tote bag. And inside, I have a second bag. And guess what's on the back? Yes, of course, the Severin logo. Now, I ended up getting 4 titles for myself and 1 for TC, something he's been looking for a while. Their pricing is fantastic. There was a crowd of people. I couldn't film the table. It felt weird, too. Hey, let me take my phone out and document it for YouTube. It felt weird to film it, but I thought I would at least tell you what was there. They did have some out-of-print titles. Mardi Gras Massacre is apparently making a comeback. They had that at the table. They had La Casa 5 slipcases there with the movie. So that's still available. I guess it's in play, at least for conventions and things like that. So, every once in a while you can find something that's hard to find. Like this, which I found for TC. He wanted this. This is apparently it wasn't on the site last time. I don't know if it's there now. I haven't checked. But Tales of the Uncanny, I should say. Tales of the Uncanny, of course, you know what this is. Documentary about anthology movies. This is the special one that comes with the extra disc with the extra anthology. He wanted a copy of this, so I grabbed that for him. It was a buy 3, get 50.
What?
I'm sorry, buy 3, get 50. Buy 3 for $50. That'd be pretty great. Buy 3, get 50 movies free. I should tell them they should do that. They're probably not gonna go for it. Buy 3, and it's $50. So that was a good deal. The movies turned out to be about $17-ish. The other 2 that I got to go to do the buy 3 was Mr. Brent Huff. I brought Brent Huff home. This guy fucking rocks. I love anything he's in. He's so fun to watch. Gwendolyn, you gotta check out Gwendolyn. Strike Commando 2, I think, is way better than the first one. Fight me on it. I think it's great. Brent Huff is amazing. I got Born to Fight. This is a movie that I actually saw. It's on YouTube. I TBYB'd. I think it's okay, but I like Brent Huff enough that I think I'm just going to keep him in my Severin collection. Then, of course, a Cop Game, which is here. Cop Game was not on YouTube. I could not TBYB, but again, Brent Huff, you can't go wrong. I believe on the podcast that Andrew referred to this as Brent Huff's Beverly Hills Cop. Fuck yeah! I want that. I want to see what that's like. So I brought some Huff home. I got some maximum Huffage for me. What else did they have there? I wasn't really gonna buy a lot. I was like, I'm just gonna that'll be it. That'll be it for me. And then they pull out 2 of the Black Friday titles already in stock. And you know what? I wasn't 100% excited to get them. Initially when I first covered them, I'm like, this doesn't seem like it's for me. But seeing them there, and at a discount, okay, I'm going to do it. The Dogs, of course, the Gerard Depardieu film. This was probably the one that was at the top of my list. If I was going to get anything, it sounded the most interesting. They had this. I said, okay, I'm going to get it. I'll show you a better picture of the back there with the special features and all that good stuff. Of course, a couple of interviews and the trailer. Early Black Friday Severin review coming right before the site opens. So stay tuned to this channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a thumbs up. By the way, if you're enjoying this, I'm going to give you a full Mastercast Theater on this title in case you're interested in picking it up when it goes live on the site. Lastly, the one that I was, thumbing my nose at the most, the 5 days. Speaking of Argento, the complete 180 here. This is Argento's one and only comedy drama. I'll tell you what, I was very not into it at all, but I saw it there. It was 4K. I had a really good deal. even the people working the booth were like, if you don't like it, put it on eBay before the sale starts. I'm like, I could do that. And I know enough subscribers who might be interested in grabbing it, at the price I paid. I paid $30 for it. I think it's a pretty good damn deal. I think it's going to be $45 or something. It is the 4K right here. I'll open it up for you. You get, of course, the 4K disc. You get a Blu-ray and the soundtrack from the composer Giorgio Gasolini. Gasolini, interesting. Anyway, in-depth review, Mastercast Theater Style, coming for this one as well. And I'll tell you what, after Four Flies, I don't know. So that's merch-wise, 2 Black Friday titles already in my hand. I don't think I'm going to be buying anything else. Here's the reality of it, and something I suggest to you. If you see Severin at a convention or an event or something like that, I would, you know what, I'll just keep it off to the side. I would honestly buy it at a convention because you're going to get a better deal. You're going to get it in hand. You don't have to worry about shipping or whatever. But I get the Black Friday, I'm going to order it and grab it. Just, be prepared to wait because shipping sucks everywhere. Every site's going to have issues. Maybe not Amazon, but Amazon is a different beast. Speaking of a different beast, let's talk hints a video for 2023. I promised David I wouldn't film it and I wouldn't share it online. That's proprietary for the people that were at the event. But I can tell you what I saw in there and what I think is coming next year. Again, I don't know. But just from the, it's a quick trailer showing little fun clips and things like that. I was like, what's coming? Here's what I think is coming. I'm pretty sure we're going to get the Bruceploitation box set. There was a couple of, kung fu fighting clips in there. So I know they've hinted at the Bruceploitation box set. So fingers crossed we're getting that in 2023. There was, some Emmanuel lesbian making out stuff. So Emmanuel's coming next year. I think we already knew that. At least they even said that it's going to be later in the year that we will be getting that. So I think Emmanuel finally is going to fall in our laps. Pun intended. Something else I saw was Peter Cushing and one of the Hammer Frankensteins. So we're getting some Hammer, and again, if I looked up what kind of Frankenstein I saw, I can tell which Hammer movie it is. But we're getting some kind of Hammer Frankenstein movie. At least that's what it looked like to me, because I saw Peter Cushing and I saw that Frankenstein guy with a bulbous head. I'm like, that's a Hammer Frankenstein, but I don't know all the movies that well. As to what else I saw, those are the things that jumped out at me. So those are the 3 things that are like, okay, that's 2023. The rest of it was just kind of crazy, fun stuff. There's a lot of nudity, but that's par for the course.
Well, duh.
Some blood, but again, I couldn't really pin down a whole bunch beyond those elements. So Bruceploitation, Black Emmanuel box set, and some Hammer thing with Peter Cushing coming at you, hopefully in 2023. Anywho, bugaboo, that'll do. Thank you for joining me for this look at Severin's special Pop Shock event where they reveal their last 2 Black Friday titles. I had a great time at the event. Braindead Studios is now, in the home of the original silent movie theater, so it was nice to revisit. It was one of my favorite theaters back in the day, so I was glad to come back and, Oh, another thing I just remembered, Birdemic 3. Birdemic 3 was in the clip reel. So we will, but I think we all knew that because they produced it. So Birdemic 3 is 100% coming for 2023. I'm excited for that because I actually think I'm good. I like that. I like that franchise. It's not good, but I like it for what it is.
Total fucking bullshit.
Anyway, the event was great. Congratulations to Severin and David Gregory and Carl and everybody involved with that company. I'm looking forward to seeing what 2023 brings. I'm a little more excited for Black Friday for Severin just because, definitely Acción Mutante and Four Flies changes the game. Because before that, I don't think they really had any skin in the game, to put it in that term. But they got some heavy hitters now, and I think they will do quite well. And I'm sure the site will hold up. Fingers crossed that it will. My friend, thank you for joining me I love you very much. I'm tired. It's late tonight, and I had a wonderful time, but it's time for me to go Betty Buys. So thank you for joining me. Subscribe for reviews of those early Black Friday titles coming at you real soon. But until then, sleep well, good night, good luck.